Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Crimson Pharaoh. Welcome back to the channel, and this is part 3 of the Rune Guides, third and final part. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at runes specifically, minimum and maximum rolls, where to use gems and grinds, and do stats on this particular set really match up with what you're going for. So I should also disclaim at the beginning, everybody gets this set that, it says legend right here, but if you actually look into them, they're all blue runes. Every single one of them is a blue rune. So this is not the kind of stuff you want to be working that hard on. I put a small grind into here. It was 3%, just a blue. It might have even been a green grind. You don't have to put a lot of work into this. So don't feel pressured to use this set throughout the game. It's got low crit rate, low accuracy for a unit that needs accuracy, very low speed. It's low HP and defense as well. Obviously the vampire is going to make up for a little bit of the defense and HP loss, but you can do better. You can just, a full set of hero here it's a completely different looking stats, so keep that in mind right away. And now we're just going to look at some filthy runes that I love to look at. So I got this rune yesterday. This is a very, very premium rune. 16 speed, 20% crit damage. This is 1 off max crit damage, 2 off max speed. But this started at 6, so it got 2 max rolls. This started at 5, so it got a max roll and a 5 roll. So wow, I was so happy getting this one. I knew this was going to be the centerpiece of this video the moment I got it yesterday. So yeah, this is super exciting. And this is exactly the kind of stuff you want to go for on Legend Runes. I would have loved for it to be even just 11 speed because it started at 5 again. I'd love 12 speed, but 11 speed would have been totally fine. And getting a 12% crit rate roll here would have been maybe better. 16 speed is great too, but you can't grind up the crit rate. So 12 crit rate here and 11 speed here, and I think this thing would have actually been better because I could throw a purple or a legend grind on and get 4 to 5 more speed, and it would have been up to 15 speed anyway, or even 16 speed if I had used a legend one and it rolled 5. Obviously you can roll this up to 20 or 21 speed with those, but and that's incredible. That's totally incredible. Maybe the speed is better, but yeah, this is the best rune I've ever gotten in the entire game. It was literally got it yesterday. Over every account that I've ever played, this is the best rune I've ever gotten. It's even got a little extra resistance up here. I can take either the crit rate or the flat HP off. I can grind this. I can't grind this, but maybe you want HP percentage, attack percentage, defense percentage, and to keep the crit rate. But yeah, this is very, very premium. And this is the best example I have for a legend rune. So this is totally god tier. Now I'm going to take a look at some hero runes that are so good that they basically become legend runes. The best example I have on this account of that is this one. This was a hero rune that rolled perfect speed, so 4 rolls of 6 speed. I can get this up to 28, 29 speed here, and the HP and defense is grindable. I can take this off and put on attack percentage if I want. I can put whatever I want on it, and this is going to be useful the entire length of the game, everywhere. Even though it's accuracy, a potential 29 speed on Swift is completely god tier. This is the rune right here, the hero rune, that becomes a legend because it's worth going all in on. I have a couple other really good hero runes. I wish I could go into the management and say, I want it to be a hero rune or I want it to be a legend rune. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's a weird optimization. I think Comptuous has better things to do, but it'd be nice for this one particular video. This is another example of a borderline perfect hero rune. This is crazy good. 17 speed, 1 off max at 18 speed, a perfect crit rate roll. This rolled perfectly at base, and I can just take this off and put on HP percentage, and it's phenomenal. I'm golden. I'm good to go. I mean, this can go to 22 speed, 22, 23 speed. No, 21 speed or to 22 speed. 22 would be the max at a 5 roll. This can go to 18%. This can again be HP and just max. I mean, it's just, and on blade too with the crit rate and the speed and all this. This is going to be useful forever. This is literally a legend rune when I put gems and grinds into this. So this is another one, another honorable mention that's just completely insane. This is arguably better than the event runes that I got. I'll show you guys that right now. This was one of the event runes I got. So 1 off max crit damage, 3 off max crit rate. The defense is low. And obviously some of the stuff rolled after the fact of the event. It's got max speed here, but like this was an event rune. I needed to farm more, but it's a beginner account. I don't have Tricario. I can't farm them up as fast, and I don't want to butcher energy farming scenario constantly to continuously get the points. So this is still a phenomenal rune, but it's not, for an event rune, it's not really what you want. It's not where you want it to be. Like, even, yeah, it's still really good though. But even this, like, I wouldn't say that this is better than this, which I just got from farming, and it's a hero rune, or that accuracy one that I got, where it's swift and it's got that much speed. Because this is, you can grind this up to 22%. This can go up to 4 to 11. But this is, yeah, it's just okay in terms of legend event runes. Like, obviously this is still really good, but it could have been better. The other one I got was crit damage. It's right here. So this one was max. I got max attack there. This was min, or no, this was a medium. I got 5 off of it to begin with, and then I got a 5 roll there. This was 17, and I got a minimum crit rate roll there. So this is obviously still really good. Like, this is not bad crit rate to get here. Obviously, a 5-star rune could roll 3 times and get to 21%. But for crit rate, I'm willing to lessen slightly when I'm getting 3 rolls into it because it is so good. I'll show an example of me not being okay with it in a second, but this is still really good, but it could have been better. Like, I can take this off and put HP or defense percent on, and this can go to 23 potentially. This can go to 18. This can go to 15. So it's still really, really good, but it could have been better. So that's the kind of legends where when you get those events, you want to take the maximum advantage of them. A place where it was not acceptable was right here. It had crit rate and speed and attack on it. It was a despair rune. This one right here. This is bad. This is actually pretty bad. It's actually not bad because it's still very usable, but it's bad because it could have been, this is a hero rune. It rolled into crit rate 3 times, and it looks like it's basically a blue rune. It's basically a rare rune. This could have been 18% in 2 rolls. It could have gotten 2 max rolls. So when you get 3 rolls, you want over 20. You want 21, 22, 23, 24. And I'll show other examples of that in a second too, but you need it to be over 20% crit rate if you're getting 3 rolls on it. This is not good. This could have been 18%, and I could have had 11 speed here. Like, this is the kind of stuff. And yes, it's still usable because the resistance is up here. I could get whatever down here, and then yeah, but this is bad. This is a bad hero rune. I also have. This is an example of a good one, a good hero rune. Yeah, this one right here. So this was a hero rune that can turn once again into a legend rune because it's 3% off max crit damage, but it's still such a high amount. It's 3 rolls of 6 and a 7 roll. It's really good crit damage. There's speed on there. There's this on here. It's even got some extra HP percentage, which is nice. It'd be nice if the accuracy and the HP were swapped, because then I could just grind up the HP percent and put maybe defense percent on there, or just grind the flat attack. But this is one of those super, super high value The crit damage is great. It's on a great set. It's on Violent. It's already got the speed, so this is one of those where not as good as a couple of the other hero runes, but still really, really good because it rolled this. I can grind other stuff on. There's some other stuff here too. There was a Verd rune, I think. Yeah, this is an example of a good blue rune. So really, really solid blue rune right here. It was 7% attack and 6 speed when I got it. It's maybe not on the set that you want, but it's still really good. 2 max rolls of speed into here. It got a max HP roll after that, and then a max crit rate roll. You could even take the crit rate off and go defense percent, or you could just leave it on. It could still be, the crit rate could still be good for something. The speed is, again, max. Like, this could be 17 attack, 18 HP, 23 speed. Like, this is one of those that turned into a hero rune. It's such a good rare rune. It turned into a hero rune, really. So this is, an absolutely amazing one. I know it's, energy isn't amazing, but energy is still pretty good. Energy is still pretty good, guys. So there was one up here I got. It was Violent. Violent. It was that. This one. No, whoops, that's not quite right. Don't want to mess with that stuff. This is a good example of a hero rune that is really good because it's max crit rate. I can take this off and put on attack percentage, or I could put on defense percentage. It's got accuracy up here already, so it's just free accuracy. This stuff is very good here. This could go on a bruiser. You could put attack on, defense on, and grind that up, grind this up. This has massive potential. Right now it just looks like it's good for crit rate, but with grinds, gems, these things that you can add in later, this is phenomenal. It's only 2% off from 24. It's great. It is a very, very good rune, and again, on a great set. Violence is a great set. So stuff like this, maybe not turning into a legend rune because this is low. This is like mid tier for flat HP. But it's like a hero and a half. It's like hero 0.5. It's still really good. It might even be a legend quality rune, really, with grinds and gems. But yeah, this is legend. This is such high crit rate. It's so good. It's basically turning into a legend rune. Like, it's beautiful. So looking into stuff like that. I also want to say, when you are looking into speed runes, you need to make sure that the stuff actually makes sense. So I'm going to look at Swift here first. Something like this is obviously for an attacker, and it got a good roll here. So this was a legend. This is a good speed Swift legend rune. It got good crit rate. It got good defense here. It didn't roll into accuracy or the flat. I can take the accuracy off and put something else on. These are grindable. This is a great example of a speed rune. What I see a lot in this game, and I'm guilty of it too, is people will just put on speed runes that are complete crap because they need to meet a certain speed. Take the time to farm and get good speed runes on slot 2. You guys have to do it, because something like this isn't great. I mean, it's low crit rate. The HP is okay, but this is a blue rune even. Like, this is a blue rune. It's just okay. Like, for Veramos, it makes sense because it's got accuracy there. This makes a lot more sense on Fran, but Fran is on Violent. Like, so this could be okay. Like, I don't know on what. It almost have to be a bruiser or something. These are all grindable stats, which is great. It's got accuracy here, but it's kind of weird looking. But this is still usable. This is actually still really good. It's got something there. This is grindable. Got decent rolls there. This is weird looking. This is a good example of a crap rune. So I guess I don't keep too many that are really bad. Like, these are all usable. All these 4 here. This is kind of weird. Because these aren't grindable, and I haven't gotten anything into them. It's just gone into defense. But it's okay. It could be okay for something. I don't know. But this is terrible, though. This is a good example of a blue rune that will never be good. because the crit rate isn't grindable. It's not even a midway roll. A midway roll would be 10, so a 5 and a 5. Every single 6-star rune that you are using needs to be mid rolls or higher. Really, you want it to be between mid and max, and just max, just flat out maxed. Stuff like this is a 5 and a 6 roll on attack percentage. That's below halfway. This is below halfway. This is a very bad rune. Don't keep stuff unless you're at the very beginning of the game. Very beginning, you kind of just need the speed. But if you're 2 months into the game, you've got to get rid of stuff like this. So I'm going to sell it on camera for you guys. You have to get rid of this stuff because it's bad rolls. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of all of it. Jumping and grinding. Keep in mind that you want max crit rate and max crit damage on stuff, max accuracy where you need it, because everything else is grindable. You still want good speed rolls because speed is so important. But yeah, everything else that's grindable. You'd like good rolls, but it's grindable. Like, you need good rolls into stuff that is not grindable to max runes. So anyway, that's all for this one. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next video.